Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody, guys. Today we will take a look at the euro currency in the first video. In the second video we will talk about the Canadian dollar. So yesterday we actually have done two trades. Our first trade was on the dollar index. We have discussed the bread and butter sell, and here is how it looked like. So here's my entry with this trade. This is an hourly chart. On the daily chart it looks like this one. So you can see market stands at a strong resistance, and we suggest, at least we hope, that this will be 618 retracement as previous bearish momentum strong. And actually here we have two bearish patterns. This bread and butter sell by the Jod Napoli and bearish stretch suggests some problems for the dollar to continue appreciation with the same strength. Yesterday, guys, it's also another trade was on the gold market. So here we have found the hidden confidence support, because not everybody see this level from the gap. I do not know whether you track the gold, our gold videos, but here was the idea to take in the long position. Indeed, the trade has started right when the market has completed XOP with this ABC top. XOP has been completed precisely in this area, and trade has started with this butterfly buy. So this actually not really extended trade, so it's mostly this retracement. I hope this will be some kind of the harmonic retracement, or maybe market even will retest the 1330. Well, what we could see today. So actually, if you track the dollar index, you see that there's not really big progress in the action, right? So most time market just spent in the tight range, forming some consolidation. Why? Because from the technical point of view, guys, you know that more than the half of the dollar index is the euro currency, and in the euro we said that market hardly will show any significant retracement starting opposite action until market will not hit the major XOP target. And while dollar index stands flat, euro yesterday gradually is moving low and low, and you can see that low was mostly at the target. So here at target stands approximately 21.97, 122 even approximately. So market mostly has hit it, but not quite. And currently it's more important is what will happen here. So I suggest that market should either hit this target, something should happen. So in general, our setup that we have talked about, possibly some deep retracement should happen and still valid. And if you do not like, by some reason, the dollar index, you prefer to trade the euro, so you could keep an eye on this situation, because mostly it stands approximately the same as in the dollar index, but I just yesterday explained that the dollar index looks for me a bit more attractive because overall price behavior is more smooth, and dollar index already has hit the XOP target, so it's just more perfection in the situation that we have on the dollar index. While on the euro currency, approximately also the same story. So market stands at the oversold area, and some bounce, some relief here should happen probably. And as I suggest, this probably should be maybe 50%, maybe 618 retracement. But overall bearish context that we have discussed previously, as you can see, trend is strongly bearish. Market has completed bearish reversal pattern at the monthly confidence resistance. So all this stuff is still valid. And here it's just we are waiting better entry points for taking the short again. While we're waiting, we could make some upward trade. Here, guys, I need to give you one warning. So if you take a look at the hourly chart, the hourly chart looks very interesting picture, and it's really big temptation to call it as the diamond pattern. But at the same time, if you take into consideration two moments, first of all, on the 4-hour time frame chart, market hasn't quite reached XOP target yet. As you can see, how response was to OP say B equals CD target. So very good response. Actually, market has completed retracement. Here, guys, particularly we're taking the short position. If you remember, we have traded this moment. Now the same story should be with the XLP, but it hasn't been reached yet. That's why this is first moment. Second moment, on the hourly chart, you can see the trend stand bullish, but price action mostly stands flat. It suggests existing of the bearish dynamic pressure, and it means that another final leg down could happen. That's why here, take a look, I give you the warning. Just be aware of the shifting to the butterfly. Indeed, this looks like the very good trap, because everybody knows the diamond pattern, knows that this is potentially a bullish reversal pattern. But the problem with the diamond is that it's really very rare pattern when it works properly. On my experience, I saw a couple of times maybe when it has worked nice. That's why more probable that we could get here a kind of the butterfly action. So it could be downside, another leg to the downside. So it stands 127 extension 121.90, and that perfectly corresponds to the target on the daily on the 4-hour XLP. So this could be left wing for a butterfly, now is forming right wing, and market could show a final leg down, and overall this contraction could turn to the hand shoulders. So that could become left shoulder, it could become head, and then some kind of the reversal could happen. So that is the warning, just warning for you. Here you could act differently. So it's definitely, we do not know exactly whether this will happen or not. That's why, for example, if you are think to take the position right now, just put your stop below the potential XLP target on the 4-hour time frame chart. Your stop should be below this area, because if market will complete this target, it will not mean that overall stop has failed. It's just completion of this point. And if your money management lets you to place stops, extended stops for 60, 70 pips, well, you could try to do this. If not, if your money management suggests that you should place tighter stop, in this case you need probably to wait when this picture will be resolved. With this, this story should be resolved with this flat action and diamond pattern. That's what we see right now on the euro currency. But approximately the similar scenarios you will find on almost on every currency. All currencies tend to be overextended in one or other direction, and in every currency some retracement is ready to happen. So now we just need to wait for a final triggering point where they will start. The same story on the dollar index. So let's see how situation will turn today, and you could also watch today our second videos will be dedicated to the Canadian dollar.